All right, and your full name and date of birth?
Ashley Leifa, 8.
Thank you. So you are here for 3 separate cases. Now, the first one we have here is that new case out of Superior Court. This is alleging 1 count of possession of narcotic drugs, that's a Class 4 felony, 1 count of possession of dangerous drugs, also a Class 4 felony, and 1 count of possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony, with the offense date of August 6th. So in this matter, the Public Defender's Office has been appointed to represent you. You have a status conference set on August 13, preliminary hearing August 15, both at 8:30. Those are going to be at the Superior Court located in downtown Phoenix. So in this matter, I am going to be setting a placeholder bond in this case as well, because you've got your probation matters, both on the calendar here today, which are going to have bonds in them. So you've got a $50 secured appearance bond in this new matter, okay? So your second 2 cases, these are both of your probation cases. They're both on the calendar today for a petition to revoke that was previously filed, and they allege a violation of terms 3, 5, and 7 of your probation term. So in those 2 matters, the public defender's been appointed as well. You've got a revocation arraignment hearing August 14 at 8:30 at the downtown Phoenix Superior Court. The bond in each warrant's been affirmed. So those each have a $500 secured appearance bond. So the total for all 3 is $1,050. All right, any questions regarding this? All right, thank you. All right, Mr. Elliott, and then Matthew Gutierrez will be up after that. All right, sir, if you could state your full name and date of birth.
Nicholas Brian Elliott.
Thank you. So you are here for 2 separate cases. The first one that I have here is going to be for your new case that just came in. This is for a new charge out of Superior Court for 1 count of possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, 1 count of possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony, 1 count of obstructing police, a Class 1 misdemeanor, and 1 count of criminal trespass in the 2nd degree, that's a Class 2 misdemeanor, with the offense date of August 3. In this matter, the Public Defender's Office has been appointed to represent you. You have a status conference set August 13 and a preliminary hearing August 15, both at 8:30. Those will be at the Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. So in this matter, because you are going to have a bond in your probation case, which is also on the calendar, I did set a placeholder bond in this matter in the amount of $50, which is a secured appearance bond. So your probation case is here today for a Term 1 violation. So in that case, public defender is appointed as well. Revocation arraignment hearing set August 14 at 8:30 at the Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. Your bond in that matter is a $500 secured appearance bond, so it's $550 for both of them. Since they are secured, you are able to work with a bail bonding company. If you do post bond and are released from custody, you are still on supervised probation. You do still need to contact probation within 72 hours and otherwise comply with those terms.
Okay.
All right, any questions regarding that?
No.
All right, thank you. All right, so we have Matthew Gutierrez and then Enrique Velasquez will be up next. All right, sir. Your full name and date of birth?
Matthew Gutierrez, 940.
Thank you, sir. So you're here for a bench warrant that was issued. It's for a failure to appear in your Superior Court case CR 2024-133510. In that matter, your court dates are now going to be a status conference August 13 and a preliminary hearing August 15, both at 8:30. That'll be at the Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. The bond in your warrant's been affirmed. That's a $500 secured appearance bond. Looks like you might have some other holds, some other bonds in some other cases. If you do, this would be in addition to what those other bonds are. Okay? Because those are separate courts.
Okay.
All right. Any questions regarding this matter? Then?
No.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So we have Enrique Zaragoza Velasquez, and then Donna Yellowman will be up next. All right, so your full name and date of birth?
Enrique Velasquez Zaragoza.
All right, so you are here for a new case out of Superior Court. It is alleging 1 count of possession of dangerous drugs, that's a Class 4 felony, and 1 count of disobeying a court order, specifically an order of protection, which is a Class 1 misdemeanor. These have an offense date of August 6th. So in this matter, hold on one moment. So in this matter, the Public Defender's Office has been appointed to represent you. You have a status conference set on August 22nd with a preliminary hearing August 26th, both at 8:30. Those will be at the Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. In this case, I am going to be releasing you today, but it is going to be subject to the supervision of pretrial services. You're going to have electronic monitoring added prior to your release from this facility.
Ankle monitor or?
That's an ankle monitor. I'm putting that in place because you are obviously ordered not to return to where this occurred.
Yes, ma'am.
You also ordered not to have any contact whatsoever with the alleged victim in this matter or any complainant or witness. That includes through third parties, it includes through social media, whatever the case. No contact, period.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I'll warn you that a violation of a no victim contact order and a criminal release order, that's what you have now, that could constitute aggravated harassment. That's a Class 6 felony.
I
You
apologize.
come in here on a new felony offense while being on felony release, you'll be non-bondable at that point. You'll have to stay in custody, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So you're also ordered not to possess any weapons while on release. You also must obey the terms of the order of protection that is already out there in this case. So you'll get all that information in a moment, but any questions regarding it?
No, ma'am.
All right, if you want to go and step over, you can go and pick that up. We've got Ms. Yellowman, and then Kendra Hurd will be up next. All right, ma'am, your full name and date of birth?
Jenna Yellowman.
Thank you. So you are here for a new case out of Superior Court. This is alleging one count of aggravated DUI for having a passenger under the age of 15. That is a Class 6 felony with the offense date of yesterday, August 6th. In your case, the Public Defender's Office has been appointed to represent you. You have a couple of court dates here. That's a status conference August 22nd with a preliminary hearing August 26th, both at 8:30 a.m. Those will be at the Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. In this matter, I am going to be releasing you here today, given a review of your history, your very limited history. It is going to be subject to the supervision of pretrial services. You're also going to have alcohol testing and monitoring as part of those release terms. And that's being put in place because you're going to have orders here that you are not to possess or consume any alcohol while on release in this matter. Given the nature of the offense, you also have an order here that you're not to operate a motor vehicle with anyone under the age of 18 in the vehicle until further court order.
Okay.
So you'll get this information here in a moment, and they'll also give you some instructions regarding pretrial services since you have to check in with them. But do you have any questions regarding this?
No.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we have Kendra Hurd, and then Ciano Rosales will be up next. All right, Ms. Hurd, if you could state your full name and date of birth.
Kendra Hurd, July.
Thank you, ma'am. So you're here for a new case out of the West McDowell Justice Court. It's for a charge of one count of driving on a suspended license. That's a Class 1 misdemeanor. So you're not entitled to court-appointed counsel in this matter, given the nature of the charge since it's a misdemeanor traffic offense. You do have the right to retain an attorney to represent you in this matter. They've set a court date for you out at the West McDowell Justice Court. That'll be an arraignment hearing August 27 at 1:30. The address for the court will be included in your paperwork. And in this matter, you are being released on your own recognizance. It's going to be your promise to appear. Any questions about this?
No, thank you.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Rosales, and then Margaret Arachiga will be up next. All right, sir, your full name and date of birth?
Ciano Rosales,
Thank you, sir. So you are here for a new case out of the West Mesa Justice Court, and this is for one count of criminal trespass in the third degree. It's a Class 3 misdemeanor with the offense date of August 7, so today. You're not entitled to court-appointed counsel in this matter because it is a misdemeanor offense that doesn't otherwise qualify, but you do have the right to retain an attorney on your own behalf. They've set an arraignment hearing for you on August 27 at 8:30 a.m. That'll be at the West Mesa Justice Court. And in this matter, you are being released on your own recognizance with the additional order that you're not to return to the scene of the offense.
no
All
worries.
right. Any questions?
Yeah, I just want to explain a little bit. I know I'm going to do it kind of quick because I'm new to Arizona. So I'm basically born and raised in San Francisco. So right now I'm staying at this one program that's called New Leaf. So that's like a mandatory because I'm basically homeless. So that's like a shelter. So, it's a mandatory thing. They give you a list and you need to go looking for jobs, right? And so the climate, I never expected it to be this hot. So, I went early out in the morning, yes, probably at 12 or 1 or 2. I know most of the stores are closed, but by the time I get to a certain spot, it's already 5 or 6 because I'm not familiar with Arizona. So, I decided, it was not the right choice, to go walking in the freeway. So, and that's what happened,
This is what'll happen if you do that.
and
So
that's
they
why
do take that pretty seriously.
and that's why it's never gonna happen again.
Okay. All right, yeah, and like I said, your case is gonna go in front of the West Mesa Justice
No
Court.
worries.
That'll be the judge that hears it, so that'll be the one that you're gonna wanna talk to about the case itself.
No worries.
Okay, but I understand what you're saying.
So I'm not gonna be released there?
You are being released.
Okay.
Yep. All right, so we've got Ms. Aratiga, and then Carrie Ann Lagunas will be up next. Okay, ma'am, go and state your full name and date of birth.
Margaret Archiga.
All right, thank you. So you've got two separate cases here today. They're both probation violation warrants that were issued. In each of your probation matters, there was a petition to revoke filed alleging a violation of terms 3 and 5 of your probation terms. So in these matters, the Public Defender's Office has been appointed. You have a revocation arraignment hearing set on August 14 at 8:30. That's going to be at the Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. Based on the very minimal bonds that were put in your warrants, as well as the fact that this is the first petition to revoke filed in each of these matters, I am going to be releasing you here today, give you an opportunity to appear at that next court date and otherwise comply with your probation terms. You are being released, but it is subject to the supervision of your probation officer. Within 72 hours of your release from this facility, you do need to contact probation and continue to comply with all of your existing terms. I'll just warn you, since I am releasing you, if you fail to comply with probation, they could submit a supplemental petition to revoke, alleging further violations of your probation, and you could be brought right back in here and probably will have different release conditions next time, okay? Any questions regarding that?
No, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so we've got Carrie Ann Lagunas and then Victor Morales will be up after that. All right, ma'am, your full name and date of birth?
Carrie Ann Lagunas.
Thank you. So you are here for a new case out of Superior Court alleging 3 counts of aggravated DUI, all involving the passenger under the age of 15. Those are Class 6 felonies with the offense date of yesterday, August 6th. So in your case, the Public Defender's Office has been appointed to represent you. You do have a status conference set August 22nd with a preliminary hearing August 26th, both at 8:30, and those will be at the Superior Court located in downtown Phoenix. So in your matter, I did take a look at your history. I think you've got some older misdemeanors, but no DUIs. So given that otherwise lack of history, I am going to be releasing you on your own recognizance. It is going to be your promise to appear, but you do have orders in here that you are not to possess or consume any alcohol while on release. You are also not to drive a motor vehicle with anyone under the age of 18 years old in the vehicle. You'll get that information in a second, but do you have any questions for me?
No, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, so we've got Mr. Morales, and then Chris Ortiz will be up next.
The paper, or
No, just give me your full name and date of birth.
Victor Morales?
All right, thank you, sir. You are here for a new case out of Superior Court. It's alleging 1 count of organized retail theft, which is a Class 4 felony, and 1 count of shoplifting is a Class 4 felony. So in this matter, the Public Defender's Office has been appointed to represent you. You've got a status conference set August 22nd at 8:30 a.m. That'll be at the Superior Court located in downtown Phoenix. Now, in this case, I am going to be following the PSA recommendation. You are being released on your own recognizance. It is going to be your promise to appear. You do have orders here, though, that you are not to return to the scene of the alleged offense. You cannot go back to that retail store. No contact with any alleged complainant or witness in this matter. Any questions regarding any of that information?
No.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
All right, we have Chris Ortiz, and then Christopher Jones is up next. All right, Mr. Ortiz, go and state your full name and date of birth.
Hey, my name is Chris Michael Falou Ortiz. I was.
All right, thank you. So you are here for a fugitive of justice case. This is for a warrant that was issued out of the state of Ohio. It was issued back in May. So in this matter, they were notified and they did confirm the warrant in this case. So were you given that laminated sheet?
Yeah, I did. I also talked to my PO earlier today. They were supposed to squash this warrant, but I guess they couldn't get a hold of the prosecutor. My prosecutor from here was Adam. He went on vacation, and my felony...
I'll let you know. It has not been quashed. It was confirmed. I have to move forward with this as a confirmed warrant.
So if tomorrow they take care of it, y'all be able to get released? I don't have to wait?
So what they need to do is notify Arizona that they won't be extraditing on the warrant. Once that notification comes through, then you would be released in this matter,
So
or
I
if they
don't have-
notify the court, because the court's going to follow up on it too if you request to have an extradition hearing. But up until then,
So if they handle it tomorrow, I'll be released, I don't have to come back to see
I
you?
don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I don't know when they're going to do any of this.
No, they
Okay,
gotta
that's
take
up to
care of it.
Ohio.
Okay,
Ohio's
okay.
the one that has to provide that notification.
But if they do, I'll be able to get released, I don't have to come back to court?
If they provide notification that they won't be
Okay.
extraditing you.
Okay.
Yeah. But, I mean, how fast that's going to happen, I don't know, because your hearing, it wouldn't be until August 19. I'm assuming that you're going to want to have the extradition hearing in this matter. And that's not till August 19th. So if that information doesn't come through until then at that point, you're going to have to go in front of the judge and they'll
Okay,
change your
okay.
release conditions then. Because as of right now, it's a probation violation warrant, as you obviously know since
I
you
know.
spoke to your PO. So in this matter, I think I know how you're going to handle this, given the fact that you have an open case and given the fact that you believe that they're probably going to change this anyway. But I do need to go through the different options that you have here today, because you do have the right to waive extradition here today. It sounds like you might not want to do that, but I do have to give you that information anyway. Because when you waive extradition, you are basically agreeing to return to the state that issued the warrant, in your case, Ohio. If you do that, you would have no further hearings here in Maricopa County in this matter. And you would be held non-bondable in the Maricopa County Jail until Ohio comes to get you. They would then have 30 days starting tomorrow in order to come do that, unless you have any local open cases. You do have a local open case. I think it's pending sentencing at this time, which means that that case would have to be completed first before that 30-day time frame starts. So that would delay it, okay? So that's if you waived extradition, which I'm assuming that's not the direction you're going to head today. So your other option is that you can choose not to waive extradition and demand to have an extradition hearing here in Maricopa County. So in that case, that hearing would be set on August 19 at 1:30 p.m. That would be at the downtown Phoenix Superior Court. I can't appoint an attorney to represent you in this
I gotta pay
matter,
lawyer here.
because these matters are considered civil, but I'm assuming you do have an attorney in
I
your
gotta
felony
pay
case
lawyer,
that
I
you
gotta
can
pay
talk
lawyer
to.
for my
Okay.
other case from here.
All right. So in this matter, then, either way, you're non-bondable. It's a probation warrant. I can't release you on this warrant, no matter which
No.
direction you go, okay?
It's okay.
So the process there is that a governor's warrant has to be signed by the governors of both states in order to extradite you back to Ohio. That can take up to 90 days. If they do receive notice, though, ahead of time that Ohio is not going to be extraditing on this warrant, or they receive notice that that warrant has otherwise been quashed, that ends it, okay? Then
So
you
I
would be
just
held
get
in
released.
custody.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, but if they don't quash the warrant, if they just say, oh, we're not going to extradite on it, but they didn't quash the warrant, you're still going to have a warrant out there that needs to be dealt with.
But you guys will let me go though, right?
Yeah, but, I mean, you can always get picked up on it down the road. You know, if you get stopped at a traffic stop or something and they say, oh, hey, you've got this warrant that's out of Ohio, we're going to
they
take
trying to
it.
work with me. Since I caught a case here, they want to let that 8 months I owe them run concurrent with my case. I come back on November 6th to get sentenced, but the judge yesterday released me, so she was like, it's supposed to be taken care of. Give me a couple hours, we'll notify, but I guess they haven't. So by tomorrow, that's why I asked you, if by tomorrow they get everything done, I'll be able to get released without having to come into court.
Talk to your attorney, because there's no guarantee of that, because it all depends on when they send notification in and whether it ends up being not until your next court date on August 19th in this. So that's what everyone waits to hear, though, is whether or not they're going to extradite. And at this point, they haven't said that. Okay? Talk to your attorney.
I will.
Okay, see if they can assist you with it, even though I know they're on your other case. See if they can still assist you with this one. Okay?
Okay.
All right, any other questions regarding it?
No, just.
All right, so I am putting in here that you're not waiving your rights, is that correct? You
Yeah,
want
you're
this
correct,
extradition hearing?
correct.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, so let me go ahead and get this printed out for you here. I did put in here that you do have a pending case, so that the next commissioner, if you do end up going as far as that next hearing, is aware of the fact that you have that pending case, okay?
Okay.
All right. If you want to go ahead and have a seat, we'll print out that paperwork and get it out to you in a
All right,
moment,
thank
okay?
you.
Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you. So, no, I'm sorry. You might not understand me. My question will be, so if they take care of it tomorrow and send you guys the fact, do you guys will release me? I don't have to come here to
If
court
there's a
again.
notification that comes out that
Those
warrant
just
has
release
been
me.
quashed,
Those
yeah,
just-
the
those just
warrant
let
has
me
been
out.
quashed, then they're not going to hold you on the warrant anymore,
They just
okay?
let me
Because
get
it's been
out.
quashed. But yeah, they've got to send out that notification, and it's difficult to sometimes get that coordination done. I'm just going to warn you about that. That's why I'm saying talk to your attorney.
Oh, well, all right,
Okay.
thank you.
All right, Mr. Jones. All right, sir, if you could state your full name and date of birth?
Christopher Jones.
All right, thank you. So you are also here on a fugitive of justice warrant. Yours is out of the state of Colorado. They were notified. They did both confirm the warrant and extradition in your matter. So in your case, you were given that laminated sheet. Did you have an opportunity to take a look at it?
I've been through this procedure already in Pinal County. I've already spent 45 days on the same warrant. Like,
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out what's going on here. They haven't picked me up the last time, and I'm here again for however long.
Unfortunately, that happens. If they didn't pick you up on the warrant, it doesn't mean that warrant went away. You still have the
But-
warrant and can get picked up on it again. And at this point, they've confirmed both the warrant and extradition. Okay?
They did that last time in the Pinal County as well.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I have to treat these warrants as the way that they tell me to treat them, which is that they are confirmed warrants out of that state. So I have no other choice but to move forward on that as long as that state is confirming your warrant that you have here. It doesn't matter that you were picked up on it on a previous date and they ended up not extraditing you at that time. You can still get picked up on these warrants again. Okay? So in this case, it is a warrant that was issued out of the state of Colorado. And like I said, they did confirm both the warrant and extradition. So you do have a choice to make here today, and it sounds like since you've already been through this process, you're already aware of what those choices are, but I'm going to go over them for you again. Because your first option is you can choose to waive extradition here today and return to the state of Colorado in order to deal with this matter. If you choose that option, you would be held in the Maricopa County Jail non-bondable until Colorado comes to pick you up in this matter. Colorado, in turn, would have 30 days starting tomorrow to do that. But that time frame would not start if there are any local cases. If you have any local cases open, that 30-day time frame doesn't start until after the local case is completed. I don't know that you have any. I just want to give you a heads up in case you do. So in that matter, that's if you want to waive extradition. Okay? If you choose not to waive extradition today and demand to have an extradition hearing here in Maricopa County, I would be setting that hearing for you on August 19 at 1:30 at the downtown Phoenix Superior Court. And in this case, you would not be entitled to court-appointed counsel since the extradition proceedings are civil. I know it's a criminal case in Colorado, but the actual extradition proceedings are civil. You do have the right to retain an attorney. There are sometimes public defenders present there who can provide assistance, but there's no guarantee of that. Now, in that case, you are bondable, and in this matter, that would be a $15,000 secured appearance bond. It is a secured bond. You are able to work with a bail bonding company in order to post that amount and be released from custody. If you, either way, you still have to appear at your court date on August 19.
So, I'm sorry to cut you off, ma'am, but...
Let me finish and then I'll let you ask
got
questions,
you.
okay? So the process there is that a governor's warrant has to be signed by the governors of both states in order to extradite you back to Colorado. That process can take up to 90 days. And it's the same thing where if Colorado provides notification prior to that 90-day time frame, you could get released earlier, but again, if that warrant is not quashed, you're still going to have a warrant out there. But go ahead. I know you had a question or you wanted to say something. I'll turn it over to you.
With the bond, that's my bond right now?
That's your bond.
For just that charge?
For just this case, yeah.
So, and it's a secure bond, that means it's a full 15, or is it?
That means you're able to work with a bail bonding company and you can do a percentage with security, but as far as what they would require, you got to talk to those companies.
Okay, so I am bondable right now?
You are bondable.
Okay.
If you choose not to waive extradition, and it sounds like that might be the direction you're going. So yeah, if you choose not to waive extradition today, you are bondable in this matter.
So that's going to give them 90 days to actually compare and come up
so
with
then
something?
yeah,
Okay.
that's the time frame. 90 days is the time frame they have to execute that warrant.
Okay.
And that's the warrant that has to be executed in order to extradite you back to Colorado. Okay,
So without that option, if I take the 30 days, then there's no bond?
Right. So
Okay,
if you take
gotcha.
the 30-day time frame, you're going to be non-bondable.
Gotcha,
Okay? Because
gotcha,
at that point, you're being extradited. They're going to hold you until Colorado comes to pick you up.
Got you.
Okay? All right. So do you know how you want to proceed today then?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just do the extradition and just leave the bond up there and just see if.
So we're not going to waive extradition at this time. You're going to have that extradition hearing here in Maricopa County.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So let me go ahead and put that in here for you. All right, we will get that paperwork printed out, so it'll have your court information in it as well as those release conditions in the next room. If you want to contact some of those bonding companies, there are phones on the wall with some numbers of different companies that you can contact, see if any of them can help you out. All right. All right, any other questions regarding this?
No, no.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right,